Question 1. Which of the following is considered a primary function of a cybersecurity risk assessment in the context of cyber insurance? A. To determine the total financial impact of a breach. B. To evaluate the effectiveness of existing security measures. C. To calculate the insurance premium based on risk exposure. D. To provide a detailed overview of cybersecurity insurance laws. Answer: B. To evaluate the effectiveness of existing security measures. Explanation: a cybersecurity risk assessment in cyber insurance primarily aims to evaluate the effectiveness of existing security measures. The purpose of this assessment is to identify vulnerabilities, analyze potential threats, and understand the likelihood of a breach occurring. Question 2. Mr. Thompson, the IT manager for a mid-sized company, has recently been informed that the company suffered a ransomware attack. The attackers encrypted key data and threatened to release sensitive customer information. What should Mr. Thompson do first according to best practices in incident response planning? A. Immediately pay the ransom to the attackers to regain access to the data. B. Contact the company's cyber insurance provider to report the incident. C. Notify customers about the data breach and the threat of releasing information. D. Attempt to recover the encrypted files without involving external help. Answer: B. Contact the company's cyber insurance provider to report the incident. Explanation: the first step in any incident response plan should be to contact the company's cyber insurance provider. Insurance companies typically have processes and resources, such as forensic experts and legal advisors, to guide the response. This helps ensure that the incident is handled professionally and in compliance with coverage conditions. Paying the ransom or attempting recovery on one's own can complicate matters and lead to further risks. Question 3. Which of the following is a key distinction between first-party and third-party cyber insurance coverage? A. First-party coverage only applies to damages caused by hackers, while third-party coverage covers physical damage. B. First-party coverage is for the insured's direct losses, while third-party coverage is for liabilities towards others. C. First-party coverage does not cover data breaches, while third-party coverage does. D. Third-party coverage includes costs for recovery of stolen data, whereas first-party does not. Answer: B. First-party coverage is for the insured's direct losses, while third-party coverage is for liabilities towards others. Explanation: first-party cyber insurance coverage addresses the direct losses incurred by the policyholder, such as data breach costs, business interruption, and forensic expenses. Third-party coverage, on the other hand, covers the policyholder's liabilities to others, such as legal costs, privacy violation lawsuits, and regulatory penalties that may arise from a data breach affecting customers or other external entities. Question 4. Which of the following best describes the role of vulnerability management in cyber insurance risk assessments? A. Identifying and addressing weaknesses in physical security measures. B. Ensuring compliance with industry standards and regulations. C. Managing potential risks related to third-party vendor relationships. D. Identifying, prioritizing, and mitigating weaknesses in the insured's digital infrastructure. Answer: D. Identifying, prioritizing, and mitigating weaknesses in the insured's digital infrastructure. Explanation: vulnerability management focuses on identifying, prioritizing, and mitigating weaknesses in an organization's digital infrastructure, including systems, applications, and networks. This process is critical for understanding potential exposure to cyber threats, thereby aiding in the underwriting and risk evaluation processes for cyber insurance. Ensuring security measures are in place to address these weaknesses can prevent costly cyber incidents. Question 5. Which of the following is a primary responsibility of executives in an organization's cybersecurity governance framework? A. Developing incident response plans and training employees. B. Ensuring that technical security measures are implemented effectively. C. Overseeing the alignment of cybersecurity strategy with overall business goals. D. Managing the day-to-day technical operations of cybersecurity defenses. Answer: C. Overseeing the alignment of cybersecurity strategy with overall business goals. Explanation: executives in an organization play a critical role in overseeing and ensuring that the cybersecurity strategy aligns with the organization's overall business objectives. This includes making decisions regarding investments in cybersecurity risk management and governance. While technical security measures are essential, the executive team ensures these efforts are properly supported and integrated with broader company strategies. Question 6. Which of the following would typically be covered under third-party cyber insurance coverage? A. The cost of investigating a malware infection on the policyholder's systems. B. The loss of revenue due to network downtime experienced by the policyholder. C. Legal liabilities arising from customer data exposure due to a data breach. D. The cost of repairing or replacing affected hardware. Answer: C. Legal liabilities arising from customer data exposure due to data breach. Explanation: third-party cyber insurance coverage focuses on the policyholder's liabilities towards others such as customers, business partners, or regulators. This includes legal liabilities arising from data breaches and privacy violations. It is designed to cover the costs of defending against lawsuits, regulatory penalties, and settlements, which are external liabilities incurred by the insured due to a breach. Question 7. In the event of a data breach, which of the following is a critical first step in incident response according to industry best practices? A. Wait for legal counsel to contact relevant authorities before taking action. B. Immediately inform customers of the breach and the potential exposure of data. C. Contain the breach by isolating affected systems and preventing further data loss. D. Notify the cyber insurance provider about the breach after the systems are restored. Answer: C. Contain the breach by isolating affected systems and preventing further data loss. Explanation: the first critical step in an incident response is to contain the breach by isolating the affected systems to prevent further data loss or system compromise. This is crucial in stopping the attack from spreading further within the network. While notifying customers, legal counsel, and the insurance provider are essential parts of the response, containment must be the immediate priority to minimize the impact of the breach. Question 8. Which of the following is a key factor in determining the premium for cyber insurance policies? A. The number of employees the company has. B. The effectiveness of the company's cybersecurity posture and risk mitigation efforts. C. The type of business the company operates in. D. The geographic location of the company's headquarters. Answer: B. The effectiveness of the company's cybersecurity posture and risk mitigation efforts. Explanation: the premium for a cyber insurance policy is largely determined by the effectiveness of the company's cybersecurity measures and risk mitigation efforts. Insurers evaluate how well the company's security posture addresses potential risks, vulnerabilities, and threats. A company with strong security protocols and incident response plans will typically have a low premium than one with weaker protections. Question 9. Which of the following is considered an emerging risk factor in the context of cyber insurance? A. Loss of intellectual property due to cyber theft. B. Increasing reliance on cloud computing and its associated risks. C. Physical damage to hardware from natural disasters. D. Employee misconduct leading to data leakage. Answer: B. Increasing reliance on cloud computing and its associated risks. Explanation: one of the emerging risk factors in the cyber insurance industry is the increasing reliance on cloud computing. While cloud services provide convenience and scalability, they also introduce new risks related to data security, third-party vendor relationships, and potential outages. Cyber insurers need to evaluate these risks when underwriting policies, as incidents involving cloud platforms can significantly affect the insured. Question 10. What is the role of business continuity planning in cyber insurance coverage? A. To ensure compliance with all relevant cybersecurity laws and regulations. B. To provide a plan for the company to recover operations after a cyber incident. C. To assess the financial impact of cyber incidents on business operations. D. To develop policies for monitoring network traffic and preventing cyber threats. Answer: B. To provide a plan for the company to recover operations after cyber incident. Explanation: business continuity planning is a vital part of a company's preparedness for cyber incidents. It outlines the steps the organization must take to continue operations and recover from disruptions caused by cyber attacks. This planning helps mitigate operational downtime, ensuring that the business can resume critical functions as quickly as possible after an incident, which is a key consideration for cyber insurance providers when assessing risk. Question 11. Which of the following best describes the key distinction between first-party and third-party cyber insurance coverage? A. First-party coverage addresses liabilities arising from breaches, while third-party coverage covers operational disruptions. B. First-party coverage applies to losses the policyholder directly incurs, while third-party coverage applies to liabilities owed to others. C. Third-party coverage is always broader than first-party coverage and includes data breach costs. D. First-party coverage exclusively covers ransomware incidents, while third-party coverage addresses all other types of data breaches. Answer: B. First-party coverage applies to losses the policyholder directly incurs, while third-party coverage applies to liabilities owed to others. Explanation: First-party coverage typically covers losses incurred by the policyholder, such as data breach expenses, business interruption losses, or crisis management costs. On the other hand, third-party coverage protects the policyholder against legal liabilities such as privacy violations, lawsuits from customers or vendors, and regulatory fines resulting from a breach. Understanding the difference is crucial for determining the type of coverage a business needs. Question 12. Which of the following is a common challenge for organizations seeking cyber insurance coverage in relation to third-party vendors? A. The inability to assess the financial stability of the vendor. B. The challenge of evaluating the vendor's cybersecurity risk and its impact on the policyholder. C. The vendor's unwillingness to share information regarding its risk management protocols. D. The lack of sufficient legal frameworks to hold third-party vendors accountable. Answer: B. The challenge of evaluating the vendor's cybersecurity risk and its impact on the policyholder. Explanation: One of the key challenges for organizations seeking cyber insurance is evaluating the cybersecurity risk associated with third-party vendors. Vendors often have access to critical systems or data, making their security posture a significant factor in the overall cyber risk of the policyholder. If a vendor experiences a breach, it can directly affect the policyholder's security, leading to potential liabilities. This underscores the importance of thorough third-party risk assessments in cyber insurance underwriting. Question 13. Mr. Adams runs a medium-sized company that relies heavily on cloud-based services, and after a recent breach, sensitive customer data was exposed. Which of the following actions should Mr. Adams take first as part of his company's incident response plan? A. Inform customers immediately and offer compensation for the breach. B. Isolate affected systems to prevent further exposure of data. C. Start restoring the systems to normal operation without addressing the breach. D. File a claim with his cyber insurance provider and wait for further instructions. Answer: B. Isolate affected systems to prevent further exposure of data. Explanation: The first step in any incident response plan should be to contain and isolate affected systems to prevent further data exposure or damage. This immediate containment is critical to limiting the breach's scope. After containing the breach, further actions such as notifying customers, restoring systems, and informing the cyber insurance provider can follow. The priority is always minimizing the impact of the breach first, rather than addressing the breach's aftermath. Question 14. Which of the following is a key factor that cyber insurance providers consider when assessing an organization's vulnerability to cyber incidents? A. The number of employees working remotely. B. The level of cybersecurity training provided to employees. C. The company's physical security measures. D. The cost of the company's current cybersecurity insurance premiums. Answer: B. The level of cybersecurity training provided to employees. Explanation: Employee cybersecurity training is a critical factor in assessing an organization's vulnerability to cyber incidents. Well-trained employees can prevent many attacks, such as phishing or social engineering, by recognizing and avoiding malicious activities. Insurers look at the company's proactive efforts to train employees as a measure of reducing human error, which is often a significant vulnerability in cybersecurity. Question 15. Which of the following is typically excluded from a standard cyber insurance policy? A. Data breach expenses. B. Liability for violations of privacy laws. C. Losses from criminal acts committed by the policyholder's executives. D. Legal expenses for defending against a breach lawsuit. Answer: C. Losses from criminal acts committed by the policyholder's executives. Explanation: Cyber insurance policies generally do not cover losses resulting from criminal acts committed by the policyholder's own executives or employees. This exclusion is standard in most policies because insurers do not want to be liable for acts of intentional misconduct. Coverage, however, typically includes data breach expenses, legal defense costs, and liabilities related to privacy violations and business interruption. Question 16. Which of the following is an example of a risk factor that could increase the cost of a cyber insurance premium? A. The organization's adoption of multi-factor authentication. B. The organization's use of outdated antivirus software. C. The implementation of a disaster recovery plan. D. The establishment of an employee cybersecurity awareness program. Answer: B. The organization's use of outdated antivirus software. Explanation: the use of outdated antivirus software represents a significant risk factor for a company because it may not be equipped to detect the latest threats, leaving systems vulnerable to cyber attacks. Insurers consider such weaknesses when calculating premiums, as outdated security measures increase the likelihood of a cyber incident. Strong cybersecurity practices like multi-factor authentication and employee awareness programs generally lower premiums. Question 17. Which of the following describes the term cyber resilience? A. The ability to recover from a data breach without external assistance. B. The capacity of an organization to operate and recover from cyber threats without significant operational disruption. C. The process of continuously monitoring network traffic for suspicious activities. D. The implementation of regulatory compliance measures related to cybersecurity. Answer: B. The capacity of an organization to operate and recover from cyber threats without significant operational disruption. Explanation: cyber resilience refers to an organization's ability to maintain essential operations and quickly recover from cyber threats such as data breaches or system failures with minimal disruption. It involves not only responding to incidents but also ensuring business continuity and recovery in the face of such events. Organizations with high levels of cyber resilience can withstand cyber attacks without severe impacts on operations. Question 18. Which of the following is the primary purpose of a cyber insurance provider's risk scoring model? A. To calculate the expected cost of a policyholder's premium. B. To assess the likelihood and potential impact of a cyber incident based on the insured's current cybersecurity posture. C. To determine the policyholder's eligibility for coverage based on their industry. D. To track the frequency of previous claims made by the policyholder. Answer: B. To assess the likelihood and potential impact of a cyber incident based on the insured's current cybersecurity posture. Explanation: risk scoring models are used by insurers to assess the likelihood and potential impact of a cyber incident. These models evaluate an organization's cybersecurity posture, including factors such as the strength of its security measures, employee training, and overall risk management strategies. This information helps insurers determine the risk level and ultimately set appropriate premiums and coverage terms. Question 19. Which of the following is a primary component of a company's incident response plan? A. Determining the legal consequences of a breach after recovery. B. Identifying and prioritizing vulnerabilities in network architecture. C. Containment, eradication, and recovery procedures. D. Negotiating settlements with affected parties. Answer: C. Containment, eradication, and recovery procedures. Explanation: a well-developed incident response plan includes steps for containment, eradication, and recovery from a cyber incident. Containment prevents the spread of the attack, eradication removes the threat, and recovery restores affected systems and operations. These procedures are critical for minimizing the damage from a cyber attack and ensuring that the organization can return to business as usual. Question 20. What role do forensic investigators play in a data breach incident under cyber insurance policy? A. They assist with customer compensation for breach-related damages. B. They are responsible for repairing affected systems and restoring data. C. They analyze the breach to determine the cause, scope, and impact of the event. D. They provide legal counsel regarding potential lawsuits from the breach. Answer: C. They analyze the breach to determine the cause, scope, and impact of the event. Explanation: forensic investigators are essential in a data breach incident as they help determine the cause, scope, and impact of the breach. They investigate how the breach occurred, the extent of the damage, and which systems or data were affected. Their findings are crucial for legal compliance, insurance claims, and improving the organization's cybersecurity defenses in the future. Question 21. Which of the following types of data is most likely to be protected under the terms of a cyber insurance policy? A. Publicly available company press releases. B. Intellectual property not yet patented. C. Personal identifiable information (PIA) of customers. D. Data used exclusively for internal administrative tasks. Answer: C. Personal identifiable information (PIA) of customers. Explanation: personal identifiable information (PIA) is highly sensitive and is often specifically protected under cyber insurance policies. PII includes information such as names, addresses, phone numbers, social security numbers, and financial details, which could be targeted by cyber criminals. Policies may cover the costs associated with breaches of this data, including notification requirements and identity theft protection. Question 22. Which of the following best describes the duty of disclosure for a policyholder applying for cyber insurance coverage? A. The policyholder must disclose all potential cyber threats they have previously encountered. B. The policyholder is only required to disclose past incidents involving cyber fraud. C. The policyholder must disclose any known vulnerabilities or previous incidents that may affect the insurer's risk assessment. D. The policyholder does not need to disclose any past cyber incidents if they have been resolved. Answer: C. The policyholder must disclose any known vulnerabilities or previous incidents that may affect the insurer's risk assessment. Explanation: the duty of disclosure requires the policyholder to inform the insurer about any known vulnerabilities or prior incidents, as this information helps insurers assess the level of risk they are assuming. Failure to disclose relevant details may result in a denial of coverage or claims later on. Transparency is essential in obtaining proper coverage and maintaining the validity of the policy. Question 23. In the context of cyber insurance, what does the term business interruption refer to? A. The costs of recovering stolen data after a cyber incident. B. The disruption caused by an attack that results in the inability to conduct normal operations. C. The penalty payments made to regulatory bodies following a data breach. D. The legal fees associated with defending against lawsuits after a breach. Answer: B. The disruption caused by an attack that results in the inability to conduct normal operations. Explanation: business interruption coverage in cyber insurance policies typically covers financial losses resulting from the inability to operate due to a cyber attack. This can include system outages, data breaches, and other incidents that disrupt normal business activities. The policy helps offset lost revenue and the costs associated with restoring operations. Question 24. Which of the following actions is typically covered by a cyber insurance policy under crisis management services? A. Legal fees for defending against a class action lawsuit. B. Costs associated with hiring a public relations firm to manage the reputation of the company during a breach. C. The cost of repairing hardware affected by a cyber attack. D. Payment for ransomware demands. Answer: B. Costs associated with hiring a public relations firm to manage the reputation of the company during a breach. Explanation: crisis management services under a cyber insurance policy often include support for managing the public relations fallout of a breach, such as hiring PR firms to handle the company's reputation. The goal is to mitigate damage to the company's public image and provide guidance on how to communicate with stakeholders, customers, and the media during a crisis. Question 25. What is the primary function of the retroactive date ECA cyber insurance policy? A. It determines the premium cost based on past cyber incidents. B. It sets the coverage start date, marking when the policy's protections begin. C. It establishes the earliest date that claims related to incidents before the policy inception can be made. D. It defines the policyholder's liability for incidents that occurred after the policy expires. Answer: C. It establishes the earliest date that claims related to incidents before the policy inception can be made. Explanation: the retroactive date in a cyber insurance policy refers to the earliest date when an incident can be covered, even if the claim is filed after the policy starts. Any incidents that occurred before this date are generally excluded from coverage. This ensures that coverage applies only to events that occurred after the retroactive date. Question 26. Which of the following represents a major challenge for cyber insurers when determining coverage for a business? A. The unpredictability of cyber attack tactics and evolving technologies. B. The lack of comprehensive data protection laws in place across all regions. C. The company's reliance on traditional security measures like firewalls. D. The availability of low-cost cybersecurity software for small businesses. Answer: A. The unpredictability of cyber attack tactics and evolving technologies. Explanation: the rapidly evolving nature of cyber attacks and technologies presents a significant challenge for insurers when determining coverage. As cyber criminals develop new tactics and tools, the scope of potential threats continuously shifts. This makes it difficult to predict and price insurance coverage effectively. Insurers must stay current with these developments to properly assess risk and offer appropriate coverage. Question 27. Which of the following is NOT typically a component of a cyber insurance policy's exclusions clause? A. Acts of war or terrorism. B. Data breaches resulting from the negligence of the insured. C. Cybercrime committed by employees of the insured. D. Personal injuries resulting from a breach of private data. Answer: D. Personal injuries resulting from a breach of private data. Explanation: personal injury resulting from a breach of private data is generally not covered under a cyber insurance policy. Exclusions often include acts of war or terrorism, cybercrime committed by employees, and certain types of negligence that fall outside the scope of coverage. Cyber insurance is focused primarily on data and systems, not on physical injuries, which would fall under other types of insurance. Question 28. What is the key difference between a claims-made and an occurrence cyber insurance policy? A. A claims-made policy covers incidents that occur during the policy term, regardless of when the claim is filed. B. An occurrence policy provides coverage for incidents that are discovered after the policy has ended. C. A claims-made policy only covers claims made during the policy period, regardless of when the incident occurred. D. An occurrence policy covers claims made during the policy period, even if the incident occurred after the policy ended. Answer: C. A claims-made policy only covers claims made during the policy period, regardless of when the incident occurred. Explanation: the key difference is that a claims-made policy provides coverage only for claims made during the policy term, regardless of when the incident occurred, as long as it happened after the retroactive date. On the other hand, an occurrence policy covers incidents that occurred during the policy period, even if the claim is made after the policy ends. The type of policy chosen can significantly affect the coverage period and claims handling. Question 29. Which of the following actions can significantly reduce the premium cost of a cyber insurance policy? A. Reducing the overall size of the company's network infrastructure. B. Implementing strong cybersecurity measures, such as multi-factor authentication and regular system audits. C. Limiting the number of employees who have access to sensitive data. D. Reducing the policy's coverage limits to save on premiums. Answer: B. Implementing strong cybersecurity measures such as multi-factor authentication and regular system audits. Explanation: insurers often offer lower premiums to companies that implement strong cybersecurity practices such as multi-factor authentication, regular system audits, and employee training. These proactive measures reduce the risk of a cyber incident, which in turn lowers the cost of the premium. A strong security posture indicates that the company is taking steps to minimize potential claims. Question 30. Which of the following is an example of a cybersecurity liability covered under a cyber insurance policy? A. Legal expenses for defending against claims related to a data breach. B. The cost of replacing damaged hardware from a cyber attack. C. Business interruption costs resulting from a network outage. D. Recovery costs for restoring lost data after a breach. Answer: A. Legal expenses for defending against claims related to a data breach. Explanation: cybersecurity liability refers to the legal liabilities a company may incur as a result of a data breach or cyber incident, including costs associated with defending against lawsuits from affected parties. This could involve defending claims related to the breach of private data, privacy violations, or regulatory actions. Cyber insurance policies often cover these legal expenses along with the costs of notifying affected individuals.